Good morning, you by the tubes. Right, we're off on the chuckle machine. Off going to work. Just thought I'd do a little update on what's going on with the chuckle machine. I changed I changed the whole exhaust system back to the standard because Gold Star was just getting a little bit loud for me, and I wanted to do some commuting on the bike. Yeah, it's about 10 to 6 this morning, so I do early starts, and I didn't want to piss off all the neighbours. So really loving the bike again. Like I say, I've been doing the commute on her, and then a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, I got out of work and I almost fell off because I was just sort of cornering in first gear slowly, and it stalled, and the first I knew of it was my balance was thrown, and I was almost picking the bike up, and I was like, what's going on here? Because normally, well, I mean, this bike is so hard to stall, it's so low revving, it's almost impossible to stall, so well, that's fine. Everyone makes mistakes, so turned the key, didn't want to start. I thought, what's going on here? I had to give it a bit of throttle, got it started, not normal at all. And yeah, when I started riding, it was starting bunny hopping a little bit, you know, sort of misfiring, not smooth, wasn't happy. So I thought I was gonna well, you start thinking, oh, this is it, I'm gonna break down. Anyway, I kind of got it going, just having to rev it in between gear changing because it wanted to stall. Got it home, parked her up. I had filled up the day before, so I had a full tank of fuel. I was thinking it could be dodgy fuel, and the other thing I was thinking of was it's parked in the sun. It was when we had a real hot well, a heat wave, and it's a black tank. I've made sure I parked it on the centre stand, because if you fill it up, park it on the side stand, you will end up with fuel on the floor, obviously where the fuel expands in the tank. So I made sure, well, I thought it could be dodgy fuel, so the next morning got up, started fine, rode it to work absolutely fine. Alright, okay, maybe it was the fuel. And then when I started to go home at 6 o'clock in the evening, after another day in the sun, it started doing it again, bunny hopping. Not as bad as the first day. So right, okay, so I did a bit of research. Conclusion that I came to was the Evap, which I thought had been taken off the bike, because on the earlier models it was attached to the front frame. So I kind of assumed that it had all been dealt with by the previous owner, which wasn't the case. I found it at the back of the bike, behind the engine, just in front of the sort of front, the back wheel. Okay, so I'll do the Evap delete, take that off. This is the maiden voyage, by the way, that's why I'm recording it, in case anything goes wrong. Make for good TV, won't it? So took all that off, and then I noticed that, so the advice is that you attach the pipe that would have been going into the Evap, which is, as you probably know, is a charcoal canister that any vapour from the tank will go into the Evap, go through the Evap, and then it passes back into the engine via the fuel injector, which is it's Euro 4 on this bike, so it's emissions basically. basically it's supposed to take all the gases away and re-put them through the engine. But what happens is that evap gets blocked up over time and it starts causing problems. So what you're supposed to do, well, you're supposed to change it, I guess, but what everyone does is just take it out and then they run the pipe from the tank. It's not an overflow, it's just for the fumes basically, and they'll run that to the front of the bike or the back to safely take the fumes away. Now what I was getting, and I remember from the last time I had my fuel leak and I had to change the O-ring on the fuel pump, I was getting a steady stream of fuel coming out. Oh bugger. So I kind of concluded that there was an issue with the tank. I'm guessing inside the tank there'll be a sort of copper pipe or something going up from the bottom of the tank, and I'm guessing that that's failed somewhere further down the pipe, thus letting in petrol. So I was thinking, no, that's going to have to be a new new tank. So I started looking at them. I found one from India, same colour and design as this, and it was a couple of £100. Alright, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather not spend that. I don't have to, but funnily enough, looking at the bottom of that tank, it doesn't have the pipe that I've got on here that's leaking. So it's obviously made for the Indian market, which doesn't have the Evap system. It's got the overflow pipe, which comes from a hole around the top of the fuel cap for spillages and rainwater. It's got that, but it hasn't got the other one. So I'd be replacing it and just taking that out of the equation anyway, which again is not an issue. I'll do it. £200, keeps the bike on the road. But I posed a question on our little Royal Enfield Owners Club site, and a chap called Pat, who's got a 2018 plate, he did the Evap delete and he just plugged that front pipe off completely, so he didn't have an open pipe run into the front or the back. So he advised doing that, which is what I've done. I started it last night, it seemed fine, and I wasn't going to ride it to work, I wasn't going to chance it, but I said to my wife Max, I said, oh, I'll take it for a sort of half-hour spin sometime, and I thought, well, it's only 20 minutes to work, working Paddock Wood now, so surely I've got to be able to get there. I've got some extra pipe in the pannier, and I've got some, you know, some cable ties and clippers and whatnot, so I've got a few bits if I do have an emergency. But hopefully I can bodge something up. But thus far, I mean, this is when it would stop, when the clutch in. So it's been quite smooth. So Pat assures me it'll be fine, and I'm inclined to believe him. He's done it. But yeah, when I did the last repair to the O-ring of the fuel injector, I noticed there was a drip of fuel coming out of the tank. I'm guessing it was from that pipe. So I definitely think there's something wrong with the tank inside, and from my research it does seem to be a reasonably common issue. So at the back of my mind, I've got this backup tank in India. But yeah, she seems to be fine at the moment, so I'll have a little check, see how it goes today in the sun. Pat's also said that it will vent out of this filler cap. He says he can hear it venting out there, so he said it's not necessary to have it venting from below. But yeah, we'll see today. If it's been a bit cooler recently, because it was proper hot. I haven't actually taken the evap off yet. I sort of left it there just in case, so I took all the pipe work off. There's also a little three-way valve that I've left on because that was proving a little bit difficult to get off without actually sort of just chopping it off, which is what I'll do if this is successful. But yeah, I was really loving the bike, and I was even thinking, because we're going to have got the camper van, I'll get a trailer and possibly go back down just to having the chuckle machine and the pizza bike. And when I do sort of, you know, if I do a rally, I'll just put it on the trailer and take the camper van rather than ride the Himalayan. But then obviously I've got the issue with the chuckle machine, and we went down to the coast on the weekend and just jumped on the... It's nice to have a bike that's sort of quite new, and you know that it's just you're gonna turn that key and it's gonna work. So maybe I won't get rid of the Himalayan just yet. But yeah, I have been really enjoying the chuckle machine, I must say. Can't feel any fuel coming out of my left leg. It's been the one sort of issue that I have had with this bike. Oh, here we go. It's been the one issue I've had with this bike. It's been a bit leaky, that fuel. I'm a bit late for work as well. Oh, that's nice. Might just pop to the front. Didn't have to wait long, did we? Just nip in here. Now, I don't know if this is videoing or not, because it looks like the screen is stuck on. Yeah, apologies for not getting another video out. I'm editing the Cubfest. Editing the Cubfest at the moment, and it's taken a while. I think I've kind of lost my mojo of it a little bit. But we're sort of, well, 2/3 of getting, no, we're not probably probably about halfway through getting through the 360 footage, and then we've got to put it all together in the final edit. So, but I should get onto it this week, hopefully, maybe have it out. So it's running fine, no problems. So we made it to work anyway. Made it to work, no dramas, so that's the main thing. Hopefully the video has recorded, the GoPro. Yeah, it's just a last minute thing. I thought I'd just chuck a camera on just in case anything goes wrong. Well, it hasn't, so that's good. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Catch up soon. I'll get that Cubfest video done soon, and we'll be away again. Right, have a good day everyone. We'll catch up soon. Well, 12 hours later, just coming back to Maidstone. It's a Ramblers Rest bike night, so we're just going to go past and drop in, see who's about. I think there's going to be some REOC boys up there. Joe's just bought a Classic 500, which is almost identical to mine, really. So Hopefully he'll be up there. We'll have a little compare. But yeah, she's been running fine. She doesn't seem to have built up too much pressure in the tank throughout the day. I opened it at one point, let a bit out, and then after that it's been fine. No drips of fuel coming out my little bodge. So we'll just monitor it now. Like I say, I've got the spare pipe in there in case all goes wrong. Oh, there's a nice, what's that, a hunt? What do they call those? Woodman or something? It's a 500 or 350. Nice. That was a 500 Electra. Sounds nice. Alright, you're up. There she is.